Hello, my name is Nicholas McInnis, and this is my assignment number 3, my audit plan. First and foremost is the audit scope. The objective of this audit is to evaluate and control hazards of the pipeline intervention gadget, also known as the PIG operation. Now, every 5 years, we perform this inline inspection. Unfortunately, during this operation, our smart PIG, our inline inspection tool, was lodged approximately 10 miles through the span of the line. So to extract the pig, the section of the pipeline must be cut out and the object must be removed, and then the pipeline must be replaced. Now this audit will provide emphasis on the safety requirements needed according to ANSI Z10 Section 6. Now ANSI Z10 Section 6 focuses on monitoring, measurement, and assessment. And we will use these three aspects to help our audit and have our requirements and criteria that we need to perform the audit successfully. This is our first segment of ANSI Z10 Section 6, monitoring. These requirements are up to date as of October 16, 2019. We must first ensure all personal protective equipment, PPE, is up to date and is in working condition. Second, we must ensure medical assistance is nearby and ensure testing equipment is nearby, testing levels of the benzene. Now, the reason why this is important is because of the potential health effects that benzene could cause. So we must do this and make sure everything is up to date and is nearby to ensure the best quality of safety. Furthermore, it is important to understand that all our equipment and testing equipment. The next segment of ANSI Z10 Section 6 is the measurement. Our requirements here is to test levels of benzene before operation, test levels of benzene after operation, and ensure equipment is up to date. We must ensure that our equipment is up to date to make sure our levels of benzene are correct and precise. We do not want different levels on different readings. Now the PPE that we need is eye protection, preferably chemical goggles, skin and body protection, which consists of chemical resistant clothing, respiratory equipment, preferably half face filter respirators, and hand equipment, which is chemical resistant gloves. Now all PPE must be worn if exposure limits exceed value during handling practices, concentration, and ventilation. As you see here, these are the exposure limits. It's important that we have our equipment up to date. That way we can test these exposure limits to see if we are under or over it. Also, it is very important that we have the correct PPE while handling and being near these exposure limits because we do not want anyone at harm or exposed. So this segment of ANSI Z10 Section 6 is assessment. And so it's important to assess everything from the preparation to the operation. Assessing determines if emergency contacts need to be implemented and the nearest medical or law enforcement attention. So our first requirement is to ensure medical attention is nearby. Our second is to map out directions to nearby hospitals, phone number to hospitals, and law enforcement details. And we need this October 20th, 2019 before operation begins. So as you see here, it's the nearest medical attention, 2 hospitals, the nearest fire attention, and the nearest law enforcement. The goal of this audit is to ensure all safety criteria is met. Benzene is a highly toxic chemical and can be potentially hazardous if not handled correctly.